Hey pups, Arby here, and welcome back to another Let's Play of the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, so last time we interrogated Knuckles, so now we are getting out of here to interrogate somebody else. I don't know who's gonna be next that we're gonna be interrogating, if it's Vector and Espio, or if it's Shadow or Rouge. We don't know who we're gonna interrogate next, but you know what? We'll never know until we find out, so let's get out of here and on to the next room. Ready to mosey down to the next car? You got it, partner. Onwards! Okay. Oh, so we're in the library. Okay, so that means we're interrogating Vector and Espio, I think. All this stuff is getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone, favorite journalist reporter Amy Rose is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulous help. Already? Before you go, Espio and I wanted to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Aww. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Want to join us finding clues? Which one should I ask? You know what? Have you found any leads yet? This one's good. Oh? The detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? Ah. She knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. True. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I will be the one to avenge you, and quick. Aw, she still loves Sonic. Her Sonic-coo. But how are you gonna leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you dialed the birthday girl? Oh yeah, the birthday key. Y'all forgot about that, didn't ya? The birthday girl has a master key. Right. The birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye! I love Amy. She's one of my favorites. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. That is true. That's detective code. You can't be the murderer if you're the detective. and I'm just making sure things go well. Things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides that. True. Besides murder? Well, yeah. My social skills, non-existent. That is so accurate. Accurate to me. I'm Vector the Butcher. I'm licensed to have handle raw meat. And you know what? I suspect that he might be the one in the whodunit murder mystery of Sonic. It's always the Butcher. I don't know why, but it's always the Butcher. But then again, it's always someone that we never suspect in murder mysteries. Now, they obviously could be the Butcher, but again, it could be somebody else. It could be Shadow, but I don't think he'd do it. Maybe, I don't know. You know what, we'll just play the game and see. We'll just continue with the gameplay and see, who, did the deed to Sonic, who killed him. And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader, meant to challenge our delicate perspectives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Aw, Vector, you're so nervous. Poor little guy. Ah! There's some chow here! And it's beautiful scenery, oh my gosh! It's so cute! Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La 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 dee 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 dee. Espio. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Kate and I are here to establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. Okay. When we were all set off, Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, and Sonic all passed through this library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked up a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Well, I mean, Vector was playing arcade games with Knuckles, and he got first place and Knuckles got second, and Shadow was showing him how to play it. He's like in like one of the lower lower on the scoreboard, and Shadow's just like, I don't care, I just want to show you guys how to play this stupid game. And then Knuckles got mad because he got second place, and so he just like, stupid game! Okay, I'm getting silly, I'm sorry. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure stand over there. But she leapt back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow went through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Suspicious! Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I could hardly notice when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. Well, I mean, their alibi seems to be, plausible and I don't know other words for... It holds up. Those are the only two phrases that I can think of at the top of my head. With all these locked doors, it seems Spectre or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just gonna peek around, and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. Thanks, Spectre. And if you'd like to see a serenade, and if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I've got you covered too. Aw, thanks, Espio. Also really love that little outfit you got. Thanks, guys. Their alibis seem solid enough, but we should still look for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. Yeah, I agree with you, Tails. Also, I'm drinking iced coffee. It's nice. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Okay, so... Okay... Anything in the trash can? So there's all this in the trash, let's check there. I hate to say it, but there's nothing here. Ah, I really thought there'd be something in there. Kate, are you sad there was nothing in the trash bin? Yeah, I am kind of sad, because in Pokemon games, there's always like an item hidden in one of the trash cans in several of the areas. But in this game, there is nothing! No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash can bin. In the next trash bin we'll find. You really think so? Yeah. We just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret, I'm sure of it. Okay, you're pretty unconventional, but I like that. But was that supposed to be a compliment? I think it was. Okay, how about the table? Let's take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes for a bit. Kate, no, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time. So true. Okay, how about the globe? A globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I'd love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. True. Sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Begonia, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. Reference to Sonic Unleashed! I think. I haven't played Sonic Unleashed yet, so... Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone has been everywhere, haven't they? Okay, let's see. Anything else? Ooh. Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone to do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. Poor robot arm. Okay. How about the bookshelf? Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all of these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Well, I mean, a little peek wouldn't hurt. He's scavenging through all the book titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius on a train library. That's odd. I know some of these books have fallen out on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order, but this one... This is the user's guide to the Marriage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Okay, add it to your inventory. How about this one? What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck! It reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. What kind of recipes? Yeah, what kind of recipes? I'm actually kind of curious. Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird this is even in. This is weird. It's weird it's weird this is even here. Yeah, I totally agree that it's weird that an Eggman book will be on a train like this. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I sadly have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked down by the train speeding up. But Rouge pulled a lot of these out too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for those poor books. The spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's a good kid. He's a really good kid. Oh, that's so cute! A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. The large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow. I really needed to see this. What? This little chow is hanging in there, refusing to use its wings to fly to safety, because choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this child can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. Aww. There's no way there was that much thought put into this poster. Right? You'd be surprised. You would be surprised. Okay, let's talk to Espio. Fancy a poem? Can I get a poem about space? I've made it up to space with my beloved antique vase. But a mistake in my haste dropped the vase from my embrace. So my antique I must now replace. What caused you to drop the vase? Yeah, what did cause you to drop that vase? Don't read too deeply, it's just a poem. He hasn't thought through it, has he? Okay. 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 Very well. Thank you for the poem, Espio. That was nice. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I mean, I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? Vector! What the heck? I'm a man of authenticity tales. Without a knife, I'm just a chef and a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hid the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Nothing like cold cuts for a cold case. Let me know if you need any good butchering. Oh man, I love these guys. But I love Shadow more. Shadow's my favorite, obviously. I mean, if you ask me what my favorite Sonic team is, it's definitely Team Dark, because Omega, Shadow, and Rouge make a good, solid team. I mean, the Chaotix are pretty cool, but I'm definitely a Team Dark girly all the way. Ooh, brochures! There are travel destination ideas here, like amusement parks, caverns, hotels, restaurants. Oh! Okay, look at this. There's a couple maps here. There seems to be a map of the library car. The books are categorized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Okay. Should we take this brochure about a cave? Should we take this brochure about a cave too? Look, there's Look, there's stalagmites. I think that's how I pronounce it. Nah, leave it. Aww. Oh, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. Okay, anything else that we need? Shadow supposedly walked through this library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Okay, now Shadow's lock is added to our inventory. I think we have enough clues. I think we found enough clues. Let's go to our Gate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. You got it. Let's start interrogating him. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? That's not that we don't trust either of you, but I wouldn't be a proper detective without examining the fidelity of your alibis. Kate and I are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio was really reading in the library car. Oh, and also, hold on, let's pause for a moment. And let's save right here just in case. I did go back to the options after the last gameplay, and apparently you could also have invincibility and exclude the pitfalls, so I now named invincibility and remove the pitfalls to make it easier on myself, so yeah. Okay, let's continue. Resume. Vector, we'll start with you. Why did you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present the evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. Okay. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we're instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd check it out. This seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. Then that brings us to our that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said you immediately started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Somehow I don't believe that. Once Espio started reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. It must have been a good read. What was the book? Well, tell us, Espio. Tell us, big boy. Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch on what that book might be. Kate, could you help me out? Alright, Kate, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? This one. Definitely this one. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Okay, here we go. Let's hope I get enough. I also kind of lowered the speed a little bit. Also to make things easier on myself. Ooh, I'm getting enough rings. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I'm getting so many rings. I have gotten so many rings. I'm getting all the rings. I'm getting all the rings. I'm getting all the rings. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Made it easier on myself so I could get through this mini game. Yeah, baby. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked the manual up, then put it back in the incorrect place. Espio, you're looking nervous. Suspicious. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't have you insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. Aww. A butcher and a poet, a butcher and a poet. Friendship can come from anywhere. True. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Marriage Express, a manual. Trains are cool. Yeah, they are kind of cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual. Kate, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Page 14. Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robot arms. During the events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up the train trash and mess afterwards. I remember the conductor saying the train can clean itself. Though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robot arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought onto the train, ensuring a passenger's safety. Seems like Espio aced that question, Kate. Hit it with another one. Okay, which page do I choose? Okay, this one. What is the Marriage Express cancellation policy? No refunds, and you'll be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one, Kate. Let's see if Espio could go 3 for 3. Gotcha. Okay. This one. What was the implemented to support the conductor duties and erase general train obligations? An intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to assure smooth travel for guests. Oh, excuse me. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but can't access its full suite of capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Yes. Totally. It's odd you were able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those answers feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both have the nerve to question my buddy like that. We don't want to be supporting folks who... Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? I have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. That's very impressive. Yeah, true. No, I understand. Everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can't... Espio, is that true? Vedra was the only one to see you reading. Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true. And we have evidence to back it up. Kate? He always puts me on the spot. Okay, Kate, think. We should have a piece of evidence linked to someone who also saw Espio reading, but what? The lock. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell. What does this have to do with anything? We're up, Kate. Let's get our argument together. Got it! Okay. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I've attained the power of invincibility! I shall be victorious! Okay, yeah, I got all the rings. That's good. I'm getting all the rings. I shall be victorious! Holy snot, I'm getting so many rings! Alright! Yeah! I made this so much easier on myself. Thank goodness. Shadow walked through the library car to get into the saloon car. Shadow walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Shadow enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car. Oh, boys, you getting nervous? Y'all getting nervous? So there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. Suspicious. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see... I can sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So, if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at the moment, were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. A mystery, my dear Kate. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me. I'm not sure if I do, Espio. You're making this harder and harder. That cold meter is vanishing. I was so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car, honest. When Victor returned, he had even tapped me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I'll ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. Why doesn't this seem right to me? Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply sitting reading, or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? You know, Jordan Tails. No, I can't interrupt Tails while he's onto something. I'll let him continue this line of questioning and... Kate, my favorite and beloved employee, please. Protect the passengers aboard this train. They must be taken care of. If you fail, the lawsuits will be treacherous. Don't allow such an old feeble soul to get sued. I have to make sure guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails. We have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? The map. Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Alright, here we go. Here we go again. 28! I thought of something funnier than 27. 28! And that didn't make any sense. Oh well. What ifs? Woo! Yeah, baby! Ooh, yeah! Alright. I'm getting all these freaking rings. Like, holy mother. Whew, I got so many rings. The library map. Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another. A straight path. If Shadow walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Shadow couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you'll have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. For Espio could have been for Shadow to not see him. Okay, not quite. For Shadow to not see Espio to walk into the library. Okay, this one. Okay, you know what? Right here. Interesting. That's where I was sitting reading my book. I could second that. When I returned for the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it then. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from that spot, because a bookcase was in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio, or vice versa. It makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you would have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping, desperate. I felt like I was grasping, despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Yeah! Too many locked doors to worry about, but I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge, and especially Shadow. Oh? It seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. Then that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. See you guys. Give him heck. And if you need any meat chopped up, just say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose. While doors keep getting locked, tick tock goes the clock. While our heroes are on the caboose. Oh man, Espio is actually a pretty great character. I do love him. And I love his little poems, they're so cute. At this point I'm feeling pretty confident in our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, Kate, let's see what's next. Coming! Alright, so our next pair to investigate is going to be... hold on. Let's see what this says. Advertisements for Chaos Cola! That's crazy. Check out our book club. Book of the month. God Gal! I feel like that's a reference to something, but I don't know what. Okay, so our next people to interrogate are Rouge and Blaze. So I am gonna stop this here for now, but if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to let me know in the comments. And be sure to hit the subscribe button if you are interested. And if you want to be notified for occasional videos or every single last video I upload on this here channel, be sure to let me know or ring the little bell. And let me know what other videos I should do next. After this Let's Play, of course. And in the words of Markiplier, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!